this brings us to our final report of the evening, COVID-19 report that is. That, of course, is for the U.S. You know, there's this part of me that still says, can we really trust the numbers? My answer to that is the trend is our friend. There may be some monkey business going on with some of the data numbers at the state level. For instance, the state of Ohio, we know of. But the trend is still our friend. I don't think this monkey business is enough to really alter the trend, the trend, how the data is trending. Okay, if the deaths in case are trending down, that's because the overall numbers are trending down. And if the numbers are trending up, that's because the overall numbers are trending up. Okay, so let's go and take a look here at this number here. Okay, for the previous 365 days, the U.S. has had 49.3 million cases. So you can see here currently the U.S. is during the previous 365 days, the U.S. had 433,228 deaths. Now, one slight victory here, we have not caught the 2021 deaths yet. Okay, because as we saw earlier, some countries whose January cases passed the total cases for 2021. You know, it's a shallow victory. It's not a great victory, but it's a victory in the last the U.S. did not catch its 2021 cases during the month of January. What about quarterly numbers? We can see, unfortunately, uh, the first quarter 22 is going to be the quarter with the most cases of any of the previous 4 quarters. Okay, you can see what the problem is. Of course, it was this big January. It was actually December and January both just kind of clobbered our case counts. Weekly cases, of course. Hopefully, this is the beginning of a new downward trend. Hopefully, this marks the end of Omicron. We can go and take a look at the daily cases here. You can see here, so February 6th, cases have fallen all the way down to 53,677 cases, with an average of 352,040 cases on average. What about deaths? Well, you can see here, deaths are no deaths are good. The deaths, we aren't remotely close to catching 2021 deaths yet. Okay. And you can see, as of right now, the fourth quarter of 2021 was still the quarter with the most number of deaths. Okay. And of course, you can see the deaths here, the big spike on November, December. Weekly deaths, you can see this here, the big spike here for Delta, spike here for Omicron in the U.S. And we take a look at deaths here. So you can see there's this huge swing. So this is the fourth, and the sixth. What happened to the fifth? Okay. So you can see on February the 6th, the U.S. had 369 deaths. With a 7-day average of 2,158 deaths per day. The question is this: per every 100,000 people, how many people currently have COVID-19 in America? Well, on average, that number is about 50. You can see the numbers are starting to. We had a spike back here a couple weeks ago. Now the mortality rate. Is the mortality rate declining because of Omicron? Is the wave was almost passed? It remains to be seen. What about per capita? Well, there's a tenth of a percent, 100%. So right now we're below The the cases per capita is 1,000th of a person. Okay, right now per capita we currently have 1,000th of a person has COVID-19 in the U.S. What about deaths? You can see the volatility, of course. We look at this average here. So right now, on average, about for every 100,000 people, one half of a person is dying of COVID-19. And I have no idea what these number of zeros is kind of beyond my understanding. Okay, but nonetheless, that's a very small number of people die per capita. Per capita, there's a very small number of people, not even a person, quarter of a person who's dying of COVID-19. But again, that's not what they want us to know. You know, more people probably. And of course, the question all day was, well, how are we going to live with if the COVID-19 becomes endemic? And I think endemic means, in this context, never goes away. Well, cancer has never gone away. Heart disease has never gone away. One of the few diseases that's ever completely gone away was polio. Think about it. And I suppose you can say mumps and rubella also, and smallpox, yeah. But all those had vaccines that kept you from getting the disease. We don't have a vaccine that keeps us from getting COVID-19. So of course it's going to be endemic. Okay, that concludes the report for the state for the U.S. for today. It also concludes our COVID-19 reports for today. I'll be back with you folks in about 45 minutes to begin a new evening Twitch stream on Dave's Data Analytic channel.